This is the New York State WIC vendors website. This site has a lot of information about vendor management agencies and a lot of information that vendors or stores can use and also participants can use related to knowing which foods that they can purchase and how to use their EWIC card and finding stores. So some of this information is also available in your app, but we wanted to review this site so that participants have another resource to be able to use their benefits and have questions answered. So the first link that I clicked on was finding an EWIC store. And I did choose the self-checkout options. So there are stores that have the option to use the self-checkouts within the stores. This is not something that is available at all stores, as you can see based on this list, and it's updated in time as new stores are able to be certified for self-checkouts. By just clicking find a WIC store, it comes up with a calendar, or oh my gosh, not a calendar. It comes up with a map. The map, you can search by your zip code. So I am in our Newark office. So I'm going to search 14513. And we can see that there's a list down the right-hand side that shows the different stores in the area and the type of store that they are. So groceries with embedded pharmacies can offer regular food purchases and then also formula purchases and specific formula purchases if you're looking for one of the more specialized formulas. Pharmacies, they do formulas with the specialized formulas available also. And then I think in this area, that's typically what we see. If I increase the distance that we're looking, that's going to make a difference for us because I know that there's a grocery store option too to show. All right, so let's scroll over here. And we can see that there's a couple different places that are specific to grocery. And that means that they're going to be carrying food options, and then also they would carry some formula options, but they are not mandated to require all formula options, including the specialized formulas. So just a heads up on that when using this to search and figuring out what is closest to you or where you would like to go to try to find what you're looking for. There's the section across the top for EWIC, which has some general information on like the EWIC card guide, which you can get from the local agency. So give us a call if you'd like us to send you a copy of that. And it looks like a lot of the other information is for the vendors. There's UPC information. So there is a specific approved product list with the EWIC card. And then that is how New York State says that a specific item will come off on your card. The stores don't have control over general grocery items. They do have control over their fresh fruits and vegetables because they have to, it's called mapping it to the approved product list. And if it's not mapped correctly, then it won't connect with your card properly to remove it from your benefit balance. So if you're having issues with a fresh fruit and vegetable purchase, it's good to reach out to your local agency. So you can give our office a call and then we can help you troubleshoot with that. And if needed, we could do a message to the vendor management agency that we work with so that they can work with the store to make sure that their products are up to date and coded properly. There's also an option for submitting items to the approved product list, and that would be available in your app. So I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's available in the app and it's also available by this website. So if you're at the store and something doesn't come off and you're like, I know that this box of toasted oats should totally be approved based on the approved food card. You can fill out this information and then enter the, like what's really important is the UPC number, the brand, what the food is, the size that it is, and then taking a picture that shows the barcode, product name, and nutritional information. And then that gets sent to New York State so that New York State can check to see maybe the UPC code got changed and it hasn't been updated in the big system yet. Or maybe there's a new product out that they weren't aware of. So stores are able to use this link, the New York State WIC vendors UPC resources, or this online form that you can click on. And then participants or shoppers can also do that too. So you're out on the ground doing this shopping and you're finding these items that might not be working. You can always do the submission and then see if that item gets added to the approved product list if it was supposed to be. So I'm going to go back out of this PowerPoint and I'm going to go over to foods and formula. So this is probably going to be like the most popular part of the presentation. But what I want to show is the WIC Food Card. So this is the card that is going to show all of our different types of foods that we issue and then what is approved within them. It has gotten much longer than in the past. It's now 9 pages long. We no longer have paper copies unless we print one specifically. So if you would like a printed copy, please let us know and we can send that to you or have you pick one up. And we typically go by the options available on the internet. So it's really good to be familiar with that New York State WIC vendors page, because then you would be able to get to the link to see this acceptable food card. And then if you're using the WIC to Go app, which is available in another presentation that shows how to use that and how it's beneficial for participants, that's another way to check that your foods are approved. But this is a way if you just wanted to read something over and like maybe plan your shopping trip. So it's, like I said, separated by sections of different kinds of food. There's the milk options, soy, cheese. So like those are the dairy things. And your nutritionist would talk to you about ways to tailor your food package based on what you're interested in and what's available with your category. So there is the presentation on the WIC foods that goes over a very basic and brief review of what different categories look like for their food packages. And then this would be a supplement to that to show what am I really going to be buying when I go to the store based on what is approved for WIC items. And as you can see, we do have some options too, like goat milk, evaporated milk, dried milk. And then for non-dairy, we have like the soy options over here. And each section is specified by what you can buy. So if we're looking at eggs, you can see that you can buy any brand of eggs in a dozen size container. They can be medium or large, white or brown. You cannot buy, which is listed underneath, jumbo and extra large eggs, organic eggs, high cost specialty eggs, reduced cholesterol, cage-free, the ones that have like the extra options written on them. It's really just a standard medium or large, white or brown dozen option for eggs. And each section has that same layout where you can buy specifics and then you cannot buy other details. So just making sure if you're, for example, buying peanut butter, that you're making sure you're not choosing things that maybe are flavored or have other added ingredients in them. A lot of the foods tend to be based on like any brand, as long as you're getting like the correct size options and you're not getting them with additional elements added to them. There are some specifics though, like yogurt, which are very specific, and they are even by their brand. So in this case, you could see like Chobani is listed and the very specific flavors that you can get is listed. Fit and Active is listed. ShopRite, SureFind. So depending on where you're shopping, you might see the name brands at the location. You might see some store brands at the location. So we have like Tops around here, Wegmans, things like that. So if you were interested in getting yogurt, it could be helpful to look at the specifics of what you can purchase if you wanted your yogurt tailored onto your food package, and then plan your shopping trip for what you're specifically looking for, because it's really not just anything in the yogurt section. It's quite specified. And then there's some the mature beans, peas, and lentils, the tofu options. I'm not really going to read through all of these because it's a lot of information. And if it's something that you're looking at, it would be more helpful to go and look at that specific section while you're planning what you want to go shopping for, than for me to read it to you now and then probably not be remembered because there's so much in this with the 9 pages. The next section has the baby foods, baby meats, and infant cereals. And you might not be eligible for all of these different things. The nutritionist will talk to you about what's eligible for your food packages based on your family's categories. But this one is nice. It breaks down for baby foods, fruits, and vegetables, like 2 2-ounce packs are count as 1 4-ounce option, but 2 packs of 4 ounces equals 8 ounces. So it really counts as taking off 2 of your 4-ounce containers. And if you have questions about those kinds of specific details, you could always ask one of the WIC staff and we would be able to help explain that to you. Breakfast cereals are another option that is a bit more specific. So it is separated by national and specialty brands, but then there's also the store brands. So not quite as specific as like the yogurt that we looked at, but still has more definition as far as what you can purchase than maybe like the eggs, where you could really get any brand as long as it was the right size and either white or brown. And then there's also the hot cereal option, which is also quite specific, depending on what you're looking for. And then brown rice, whole grain tortillas, which is listed by the brands again. So very specific if you were looking for something to do for that option. The same as the whole grain breads, that's also brand specific and size specific to that 1 pound package. Whole wheat pasta is a little bit more versatile as far as the options, because it's still the 1 pound package, but it's by brand and it's not necessarily by the specific style or type of pasta. And as a reminder, just make sure to check out that cannot buy section of each of the food types. So in this section, if you were buying whole wheat pasta, you couldn't get one with added sugars, fats, oils, or salt. And then there's the fruits and vegetables. This is going to be the cash value that you have on your package. And basically this is you spend money on fruits and vegetables, and if you go over the amount that was available as a benefit on your card, then you can pay the difference in a way that works for you, whether that be with SNAP, cash, a debit card, credit card, those types of things. And then this also breaks it up, so it's pretty open. It's not really brand specific or anything like that. You can get any variety of fresh vegetables and fruits, whole or cut up, bag salad mixtures, but then the cannot buy section again just reviews like you can't get things that are party trays, the dried produce, things with salad dressing, etc. And then canned fruits are listed with their specific cannot buy section, frozen fruits, canned vegetables, frozen vegetables. And again, this is the cash benefit, so it's not necessarily you can buy a certain number of things. It's really buying whatever fits in the monetary value that you're purchasing for. And then the last page explains the juice. So there is juice that's for women, food packages, and that's the 11.5 ounce or the 11.5 to 12 ounce containers. And then there's the juice for children, which is either 16 ounce concentrate or the 64 ounce ready mixed fluid containers. And then as you can see, there's specifics of what you can purchase. It has to be 100% juice, and it has to have at least 80% or more vitamin C. And that's why the items that are approved are listed as approved. So if you're going for the any store brand, then just making sure if you're picking up like 100% juice that it has that 80% or more vitamin C. But if you're looking for the other options here, it does list some specific flavors that met the requirements listed above for it to be approved. And then the juice for children does have quite a few more options just in terms of the brands and maybe the flavors listed in those prepared containers. All right, so that is the whole food card. Again, like I said, it's usually available online now as an electronic version like what we're looking at here. But if you're interested in a paper copy, you can always reach out to the local agency and our staff members could either work with you to send you a mail copy, send you an email copy, or even have you stop by to pick up a printed copy from our office. And then there are some sections too, like we just looked at the whole card. The options on this website include some of the specific sections that people might be looking for and some additional information that's helpful as far as like using the WIC to go app, the WIC Connect site, which is available in other reviews that we've listed on our site to help with shopping with EWIC. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top now and just go to the home page to highlight again that this is NewYorkStateWICVendors.com. And from this website, you would be able to navigate just like we did in this recording so that you would be able to find this information too. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to our office and we can help provide some of that information for you too. All right.